What's poppin', y'all? It's your girl Team Stacie, and I'm back. Baby, I said I'm back with another YouTube video. And if you're new to my channel, hello. And if you're a returning subscriber, what's up? Alrighty guys, so in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys a highly requested natural glam makeup look. You guys are natural girlies, and I know you guys like natural because it's like easy. This video is extremely beginner friendly. Like if you want to feel confident after watching a video, this is the video to watch, because after you're done you're gonna feel like you could put a full face on. I didn't want this video to be 1,000 steps, nothing like that, and I try to use the most affordable products in this video. This video is for you. So if you're ready to see how you slay your makeup and you just ready to practice, give me your hand, put your hand right here, and let's go, girl, period. Hey guys, okay, so today we are doing a natural makeup look, but this is a natural glam. The reason why I want to emphasize on natural glam is because like a natural makeup look is like barely any makeup, very quick, but at the same time it's still giving glam. It's still giving the girls makeup, you know what I'm saying? So this video is going to be very beginner friendly, so I don't want to talk too much. I just want to jump into it because I want this video. First things first, you're going to need yourself a moisturizer. A lot of the products that I use is definitely affordable, but if I use any products that's not affordable, I always try to give you guys alternatives. So this is very affordable. This is the e.l.f. Holy Hydration. You could pick this up at Walgreens, Walmart, like literally it's amazing. I love this moisturizer. I feel like it's perfect for putting it on before makeup because it's thin, where it's not too heavy and too thick, but at the same time, you know, it feels like you're getting the moisture. It feels like it's gonna like just seep into your skin. Also, I did go ahead and do my eyebrows off camera, so if you are struggling with your eyebrows as well, definitely check out my YouTube video on how to do your eyebrows for beginner, and it's super detailed. Like I kid you not, the video is probably like 15 minutes long, and it's just literally telling you every step of doing your eyebrows. For primer, I'm gonna go ahead and take my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, and if you don't know what primer to use, definitely check out my beginner basic series. In there I talk about, you know, flawless foundation and basically what primers to use. So if you have dry skin, what you should try to use, and if you have oily skin, if you have normal, combination, all of that is covered in that video. So for today I'm going for the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I would recommend this for someone with normal to dry skin. So for my foundation, I am using a high-end one. This is the NARS foundation, and I'm in shade Tahoe, but you don't have to invest in this foundation. You can go ahead and get a foundation like Juvia's Place, which ranges from $20, but a lot of times they have sales, so it's like $10. The Maybelline Fit Me foundation's really good. I use that on a lot of my clients. If you don't know, I'm a makeup artist, so I use that on a lot of my clients, and it just works. So with foundation, you don't want to go too heavy. It depends on, you know, your skin. So if you have like a lot of hyperpigmentation, which basically, if you don't know what that means, it's just like dark spots and stuff, you can go like a little bit heavier in those areas, but you don't want to put too much foundation because you can get cakey. So you have like a lot of acne and you have like a lot of coloration and stuff, still don't want to put too much of the foundation on because you don't want to come out cakey. So take a nice, you know, a nice layer, but concealer is what you really want to use to conceal the spots that are, you know, a little bit needing a little bit of TLC. Also for my eyebrows, lately I've been into concealing the top of my eyebrows with foundation. I feel like it just gives me more of a natural look, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna go ahead and blend out our foundation, and we're just gonna take an e.l.f. foundation brush. It's like $7 at Walgreens, and this is my favorite brush. I love to use this to buff out my foundation. So you have options of what you want to blend your foundation out with, and like I said in my beginner basic series, I go more in detail with it, but you can use a sponge or a brush. When I use a brush, it's giving me more of a full coverage, because a sponge is gonna like make it look very natural and kind of take some product out off of your face, whereas using a brush, it kind of leaves more product, so in return I get more of a full coverage look. You really want to push the product into the skin with like patting and stamping motions rather than dragging and mixing and twirling. You don't want to do that. So you just want to push it into your skin, and that's what's going to give you the nice like velvet, as you guys can see, like just a nice skin finish. And when you're a beginner, I want you to really emphasize your pats. So for me, I'm going so fast with my patter, you can barely see the brush like leaving my skin. But for you as beginner, I really want you to like really just, I want to see the extra patting, and that's just going to make sure that you know that you're patting and you're not swiping and pulling in anything like that. So for concealer, let's go into our drugstore concealer. This is my favorite. This is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This is a dupe for a lot of high-end concealers. I'm using the hydrating one today. I do like the mattifying one as well, but today I do want to go for hydrating, so I'm going to be using color medium warm, and we are just going to conceal. So there's multiple ways you can do a concealer. You can do a nice size triangle, you could do, you know, just little dots. It depends on the coverage you want. So I don't have too much dark spots, so I can really get away with just doing light dots, but I do want this to be a little bit more makeup. So I'm just gonna go put some right in the corner of my eyes, right there. And then I'm also going to just lift up and just go right at the other corner of my eyes. And then we'll go ahead and place it in the rest of my T-zone. Also, this is where you would want to conceal any red bumps or anything like that. There's also color correcting you can do, but we want to keep this very beginner friendly. So if you are trying to conceal your bumps, you do not want to use a concealer this light. This concealer is probably like 4 shades lighter than my skin tone, so you want to go with something that's a little bit more closer to your actual in shade, your foundation shade, and use that to conceal. Okay, also another thing that I like to do, some people just blend it out like this, but I like to spread my concealer out, and that just helps with me blending it out. So I'm gonna go under my eyes and I'm just going to pull it. So yeah, we're just pulling it. So I'm pulling the one that's closest to my nose towards my ear. We're pulling the concealer towards my ear, and then the part that's closest to my ear, we're pulling it towards my nose. If you're using the hydrating formula, you can let this dry down, but if you're using the mattifying formula, get to blending, girl, because it dries down very, very fast. So in the meantime, what I like to do is I like to take this time to either bronze and or contour. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay guys, so for contour, I'm going to just go ahead and take my Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. I'm going to take this middle shade. I'm in the medium to dark, and the middle shade, which is called Sculpt, is what I like to use. I feel like this is like a perfect shade because it's kind of like, it contours, but the warmth that's in it kind of gives me a bronze vibe too. So after I stamped it on my face, as you guys saw, now I'm just going to flick it upward. We're gonna flick it up kind of towards our concealer, but not too close. And then the part that's kind of close down here, I go backwards a little bit because you don't want your contour to come all the way to your mouth. Next up, I'm going to take this Real Techniques blending brush, and this is in number 402. As you guys see, it looks like this. I'm just going to take that to blend out my concealer today. So you can get this from like your local Marshalls and stuff like that. This is just a hack. I like to blend the edges of my concealer first, and then we'll work in the middle, okay? So that's what I like to do. Also, you want to blend everywhere else before your under eyes because you want to allow this to dry down. But please take it from me, not do that technique when you're using a mattifying concealer, because you're gonna be looking like, why is this thing not blending out? Also, if you want to get into sponges and you don't know where to start, don't waste your money on getting like a Real Techniques sponge or a actual beauty blender that's $20. You guys can just go on Amazon, if you have Amazon, and just get these Paw makeup sponges. You get 6 of them for $9. When I say that is a holy grail, that's a holy grail. I don't think that was in my holy grail video. I probably have to do an updated holy grail just for that product, but changed my life. I love those sponges. It's so good. Sorry, I'm under my nose, but it's so good and it's so soft. I literally just love it. And now I'm going to show you guys what I mean by blending out the edges first, and then you blend out the rest. So as you guys see, we are literally just going to diffuse the edge of this concealer. We are just going to blend out the edge. After the edge of the concealer is blended out, then you can go under the eye. I like to bounce between my brush for this part and my sponge. I feel like the sponge kind of gets in the corners better than this will, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use my sponge. Please do not judge my makeup sponge, y'all. It needs to be cleaned, okay? But we're just gonna go ahead, push this right into the skin. This is the Paw makeup sponge that you can get from Amazon. my setting powder, I'm going to go ahead and just take the Laura Mercier's. And this is in translucent, and I'm just going to set. But you want to make sure before you put any setting powders under your eye, you really want to make sure you smooth it out so there's no creasing under your eye. Then you're going to push the product in as fast as you can. You see I did that both. I pushed them in, and now I'm just going to just really set this concealer. So I'm pushing it in, and the only area that you need to work fast is your under eye. Everywhere else it's okay, like it's not really gonna crease too much, where your under eye, I don't know, it just creases. Everywhere else we put concealer, we're just gonna set. We don't necessarily have to bake unless you want to, but we're just going to set it. So setting is just pushing the powder into it, making sure that it's set and it's not going to be sliding around. But baking is what's really gonna give you that long lasting all day like kind of vibe. So for my eyeshadow, today's a natural look. I'm not going to do like an eyeshadow look. What I'm just going to do is I'm just going to take the same contour shade and just sweep it with a large fluffy brush right on my lid. Like literally, as you guys can see, we're just adding a little bit of color to it, but nothing crazy. I'm gonna take the same contour the same contour shade and bring it right into my nose. So right after I just did the eyeshadow, we're bringing the same shade right into the nose. And as you guys can see, I literally just bring the contour right down the side of my nose. If you guys want an in-depth tutorial on contouring, you guys can ask me, but I don't really do like the whole like nose changing shape thing. I just bring back the definition, because when you have like concealer and foundation, it kind of makes your nose look flat. So when you bring back the definition, you're just adding a little bit more shadows to it. For blush, I usually use the Ruby Kiss blush that I get from the beauty supply store, but I went to Marshall's and then I got to purchase this NARS blush, and this is in shade Orgasm. Oh my god, I was so happy when I saw this. I had to get it. But this is what it looks like if you've never seen it. But I think it's a really pretty pink, and I just like that it already gives you like a highlight too, so it's like a 2-in-1. So especially if you don't want like to like do too much with your highlight, I just feel like getting a blush that kind of has both in there is like perfect. Next up, I'm just going to dust away the powder. When you're dusting away your setting powder and you feel like you look kind of ghosty, using a face powder will just kind of help tone it down. It just helps like set your makeup. Okay guys, so for liner, I know if you're a beginner, liner is like, but today we're not winging it out. We're going to keep it very natural, but it's really good to have a liner, especially if you're going to be wearing false lashes. It just helps because a lot of times with false lashes we have shaky hands and you kind of just see the lash like all over the place. But when you're using a liner, it just helps disguise that. So we're just going to do a small thin line. It's just like drawing with a pencil, okay girl? Don't think too hard on it. I'm just going to do a nice small line on my lash line. See, that was easy. Alright guys, and for lashes, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw on these really big fluffy lashes. You don't have to wear lashes like me. You can wear whatever lashes work for you, but I like big lashes lately, so that's just my thing. It's really up to you on what you want to wear. And if you are struggling with applying your lashes, I also have a video. It's pretty old on my channel, but it still works the same. But I have a video on how to apply your false lashes. But yeah, so as we're waiting for our lashes to dry, we're just going to set my face. I've been using the Milani Make It Last setting spray, and I'm obsessed with this. This is really good. So I'm just going to spray my face down, and I'm going to cover my eyes because the glue is still like not ready, so I just want to like save that. So yeah. And for lips, obviously clear gloss looks good on everybody, but if you want to really step it up, try out using some brown liner and then going in the middle with a light nude or, you know, a light pink. We're gonna take fortune cookie, pop it right in the middle, and now you're like, girl, that color is too bright. Just watch. And this is pretty much the final look for today. Just a natural quick glam. Like, this is what you want to do when you're going out with the girls, you're going on a date, wherever you're going, and you want to wear makeup but you don't want to do too much. This is like perfect. I love these type of looks. These are my everyday go-to makeup looks. Like, when I want to wear makeup but I want to give glam but not do too much, this is what I'm gonna go for. I love you guys so freaking much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Because my outfit is blue, today we're gonna go ahead and comment the blue heart emoji, period. I love you guys so much, and I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.